Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or to the channel if you're new. Today we're starting something new. We're going to be doing a challenge where I play through my Steam library, one game from every letter of the alphabet. I guess we'll call it the alphabet challenge, but our first one is of course the letter A. So I'm going to put all my A games in a spinny picker wheel thing, and we will choose which game we're going to play through it, make a little video for you, and hopefully you enjoy it. Let's hop in. Okay, so here we go. We've got all of the A games from my Steam library. As you can see, I've got quite a lot. And we're going to be playing Adventure Time! It's time for Adventure Time, Pirates of the Enchiridion. I don't know. So we start off doing a little stargazing with the crew. Bimo wants to go to bed, but we want to stay awake. So we send Bimo off. And honestly, it takes us all of about 2 seconds to fall asleep. We're like, we can go all night. And then we can't even order breakfast. We can't even be like making pancakes because we're asleep. But when we wake up, we find the whole world completely flooded. We're just in our little boat that was on top of our house. And we need a conveniently placed bigger boat.
Should we look for him?
We also decide that we shouldn't bother looking for Bimo, because he's probably fine.
What's left of it? Which way was that again? I'm not good with boat directions.
Oh yeah, and then the Kraken attacks. But I think it's more scared of us than we are of it. Peace out, Kraken.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, like that one?
There it is. The weirdly convenient boat. Anyway, after a quick tutorial, we set off on our way, sailing around in circles a little bit so we can pick up these boxes and get some money. Because what's a good pirate without a little bit of booty in the treasure chest? That sounds like I'm saying something innuendo-y, but I'm not. Anyway, we arrive in the Ice Kingdom and ask the Ice King what's up. He says things aren't great, and we're like, we need a bit more information than that. It's interrogation time. So it does not take long for us to break the Ice King with kindness and a little bit of a firm hand.
Right. Let's get to work. We'll take turns working it.
Eventually, he spills his guts and tells us that he may have melted everything with his crown and there's nothing wrong with it. But then it is missing, so we have to go find the crown so that we can fix it and unmelt everything. But we get caught into this fight with some... I'm not sure if they're bananas or popsicles. Banopsicles. Anyway, we fight the banopsicles. It's not the most successful fight, but it's our first battle. We are like level 1. We've no real experience here. So I think that we did okay. It wasn't too bad. It was fine. I got used to using all of these little items like the muffins and the health potions. We get some more interesting ones later, but we've very much got the absolute bare basics right now. So after defeating them, we head to the Candy Kingdom to find Princess Bubblegum. But when we get there, we find that the whole kingdom is in a bit of a state. The little speaker told us not to enter, so of course we came inside. Unfortunately, there were some guards. They got to us, and we ended up in another fight. But we swiftly dealt with them. I used my special attack. I sword him to the face. We knew they weren't going to be any trouble. But then we ended up in another fight. And this dude literally flew away. He was like, "Now you killed my friend. I'm out. Peace." And we leveled up. Got some more money. Not very much more money. We're not really raking in the big bucks right now. But I think that's okay, right? Anyway, I learned that Jake has this super cool ability where you can become giant and lift up to higher up places. So we climbed the castle walls and we went to find the princess. But when we got to the top of the tower, there was just this pirate dude here. So we interrogated him. He was not super forthcoming to start with, but eventually he told us that the princess was not here and that things had been a bit weird and there were people attacking everybody everywhere, being pirates and stuff. Great success. We successfully interrogated someone who should probably have given us that information anyway. He didn't super trust us at first. He kind of thought we were pirates. Anyway, we found Marceline, who was hiding under a tree. Her hat had disappeared, and she saw somebody kidnapping Princess Bubblegum. And we all decided to team up and save the day, but first Marceline needed her hat. Someone threw it in the water, which is a real douche move. Being as I'm pretty sure she's a vampire or a werewolf of a vampire werewolf. I don't know. I haven't actually really properly watched the show, but I know that she can't be in the sunlight. So we had to go and get her hat so she could join us on an adventure. And there it is, sailing away. Come back, little hat. So I chased it, and of course we had to push some very tasty looking cakes. I would have rather if we could have eaten them, but no, we had to push them around. But then I got the hat pretty easily. It was very obviously like a sort of a starter quest. See, we even get tutorials. Some of these guards didn't quite get the memo that they're not supposed to attack us, so we did have to fight them. But we got the hat back to Marceline, and she was like, let's go to the evil forest. Rock and roll. We're gonna hop on. Where's your boat? Let's save the princess. And then this giant bubblegum dude helped us back from where we were to like the front gate, and we headed straight back to our ship. We were also singing songs. Pirate shanties all the way. And defeating the Kraken to pirate shanties. It's the best little pirate adventure I've ever been on, guys. But we got to the evil forest. And we're immediately roadblocked. Luckily for us. We can just slash these things up and get more money. It wasn't long before we found the scariest peppermint on the planet. It's Peppermint Butler. He's gone a little crazy. He even did the Wilson handprint on his little floaty friend, and yeah, he's proper gone crazy. So we had to really slap some sense into him. Anyway, he figured out sort of where he was, but he still thinks that he has to escape the island and he's trapped. And they literally built a raft in the space of like not even a day. That's the raft being pulled out behind him. So they're off on an adventure on the raft. Who knows? He's cray. I love it. After that, I did some leveling up. I leveled up our special attack, our health, our normal attack. I kind of just leveled everything up. But it starts costing quite a lot of money pretty quickly. So I haven't full leveled anything just yet, but we do. We full level later. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, we ended up in another battle, of course, with these dudes, and we had our first defeat. It was tough. Even though we just leveled up, the enemies in this area are a lot tougher than anything that we have faced yet. So I decided the best thing to do was head to the shop and use some of that money that we'd earned from other battles and destroying random foliage to buy some power-ups, some defense, some health potions, all sorts of things that I could use to keep us all alive long enough to defeat the enemies. Luckily, there's some pretty cool stuff in these shops. So we came back, and we battled them again, and this time we were victorious. Hooray! And we leveled up again! After that thrilling victory and a little bit more money, we found Princess Bubblegum, but she was trapped in a cage and we needed to get the key, which was of course hidden somewhere separate. So using Marceline's invisibility powers, I snuck past some guards and snatched the key and headed back to PB. Hey, that rhymes. I did really want to destroy all the stuff and get the money for it, but I used some self-restraint and focused on the task at hand. We can come back and get money from destroying things later. Then we were surprised by Fern, who I'm not really sure his backstory. Please leave comments, tell me what his backstory was, because again, not watched the show, but it seems like he's somehow tied in with Finn. But yeah, so he had some part in all of this. He's a baddie. He's keeping the princess hostage. And now we're gonna fight him. So he had so much health, like loads and loads of health, and he kept using all of these power-ups, and I was barely, you know, confident and competent in using my power-ups. So we lost pretty quickly, I'm not gonna lie. We tried, we put up a good fight, but I lost. I had to go back and get the key again. And after a bit of treasure collecting and leveling up, we finally defeated Fern. Whew, that was a battle and a half. You do not know how much footage of me fighting him I had to delete. Anyway, we freed the princess. She had the crown. It turned out that the gem in it had been flipped upside down by somebody, and that made him melt stuff instead of freeze stuff. So, being the wonderful girlie that she is, she flipped the gem back over, and we returned the crown to its rightful owner, the Ice King. We did lose Fern in the process though. We were sat on him, but I don't really know where he went. Anyway, the Ice King was happy but not super grateful to us, rude, and the whole world was still flooded, so the Ice King got back to sort of refreezing what he could, while we went on a mission to find out what the heck was going on. We quickly dropped back Princess Bubblegum, who told us that she didn't want to come with us because she had a lot to do in the Candy Kingdom. Apparently, it gets pretty crazy when she's not there. But she gave us her best wishes and sent us on our way. And we headed back to the ship one more time. Again, there will be lots more times actually, not one more time. Had another fight. Kicked some butt. Used our powers, and there was a lot. I think this is the fight. I'm not sure why or how. But Finn just kept missing every single, like, normal attack he did. He missed. It was so frustrating. Anyway, we headed back to the evil forest to find out anything we could, really, about what happened and who was responsible for all this flooding and princess kidnapping. And I got to fight this weird floating cube pirate. After another glorious victory, I headed on through and we found Bimo dressed like a pirate getting bullied. They they fully kidnapped him. Oh no, our little guy. Then LSP came in and was like, it's totally trendy to be a pirate now, so I've joined the bad guys and I'm gonna swashbuckle you all up. And then, you know, she just kind of told them to swashbuckle us all up and didn't do it herself and ran off. What a loser. Sorry, I'm being so mean. But, you know, she shouldn't just ditch. If she wants to fight, she should fight. Then we were presented with this puzzle, which took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out how to do. I jumped off, I jumped back, I swapped characters. I couldn't figure out how to get all of them activated at the same time because I'm a silly goose. But eventually, we did figure it out. As you can see, there's me failing to understand that they have to stay stood on the pads. But like I said, after some fiddling and failing, we eventually got Bimo up out of his cage and saved him, and he joined our little team. There he is. Look how cute he is. And he's like, no, I have not actually been piratified. I just think that it looks cool. LSP was very upset by us ruining their fun and stormed off again.
Oh man, Jake, Bemo's a
And there's
pirate
a little Bimo pirate. And then with that, we were back to the Candy Kingdom to report back and see what was going on. And what was going on was absolute chaos. These weird little, I don't know, ant-looking dudes with big teeth were attacking the whole place. Then there was this giant one, which absolutely destroyed me a couple of times. We got so close, we destroyed its arms, which have their own health bars. And then it summoned a bunch of little baby ones. And then they like swarmed us and destroyed us. Then we came back. We managed to stop, you know, survive the swarming with all our like power-ups and things. And then he just kicks them all out, like swipes at them with his tail. They all get destroyed. This is him swarming us, by the way, on the clip at the moment. And then they're all gone. He killed his bubbies just so he could grow his arms back. That's so mean and rude. I know they were brutal and punched Bimo over, but like, dang. That is cold. Papa Demon Ant. That is real cold. Defeat was unfortunately inevitable. We were massively overpowered by them, and we really needed to do some leveling up. So of course, that's what I did. I spent as much of my money as I could and was left with merely 41 dollaroonies. I tried to sneak around, but we ended up in a fight with it again. This time, I was determined. I was like, we have leveled up so much. I'm going to take this guy down. It's going to be great. We're going to have great success. Slap all those little dudes in the face. It'll be wonderful. Oh yeah, Bimo did this super cute little dance.
My name is Bimo. I'm here to say, let's get killed and save the day. Go Bimo!
And with that, we brought all special attack leveled up just a little bit. And after a few shots, he was taken down. I think actually Bimo punched him down, which is hilarious because he's our lowest damage dealer. So we had a quick recoup of what we actually needed to do, who was where, and what needed sorting out.
LSP's probably rallying more pirates right now. She is so weird.
And she has a short attention span. She's probably moved on to her next weird thing by now.
And with that, we hit the ocean again, shanties and all, and headed to the Fire Kingdom. After a quick battling off, if you can call it that, of the Kraken, who is an absolute cutie and a coward, I got extremely lost. I could not find a way into this Fire Kingdom for the longest time. I kept trying to go and get past those geyser thingies before they came up, but they would always pop up just before I could get there. Anyway, eventually I got here, I found the shop, and I did a little bit of healing and some more leveling up, because I knew that we were probably going to face some even harder challenges here. And I didn't want to die straight out the bat. Like, that's a little embarrassing.
Finn, hey Jake, hey other people.
So anyway, we spoke to this little blue dude, and he was real cranky about the fire princess being cranky. Anyways, so we had to do a little bit of persuasion, which of course means it's interrogation time. We started off really, really strong, but I hit too hard. I went angry, and it didn't go well. So he told the guards, he said, "Get him, guards." And I said, wait. Let's try that again. And so we did. We gave it another go. And after 2 failed interrogations with this one guy, which I've never failed an interrogation until this point, so to get 2 in a row was so stressful. But eventually we got there. He said, okay, you can go and see her, but you know, she's gonna be mad. But you know what? When we got there, she wasn't mad. She was not mad at all. She gave us a little bit of a lore drop saying all this stuff was going on and that she had seen Fern for a little bit, but we needed to help her block up the channels because a load of water was getting into their like core where all of their power and energy comes from. So we went on a little mission to block those up, and once again I got very, very lost, but we found some little cuties. We got these 2 little sweet children, candy children, I don't know, they're from the Candy Kingdom and they're children. And then we also found a penguin who we need to return to a little iceberg for the Ice King. So I just popped them back to the boat, the whole squad almost carrying cute little things, and then we finally found our way to these things, and I almost drowned while pushing the first one into the water. I was like, I'm gonna go for a ride on this thing, and then I was like, oops, and baby, I'm not. It was unintentional. I didn't mean to take the ride on it. I just pushed a little bit too far and fell into the water. The second one was a lot more successful, with nobody almost falling to their deaths and drowning in the water. And then we ended up in a fight on the way back. These little ant things have different colours here, so that was kind of cool. I really like the lemon one. I mean, the yellow one. It gives me lemon meringue pie vibes. Anyway, we pushed the last box into the stream and it clogged up the entryway, and we went back to see the princess. No, destroying some rocks and things on our way. She wasn't where we left her, so we eventually found her at the castle. And she said she was feeling really weak, that too much water had gotten into the core, and the fire within it must be super duper low because it got wet, and we had to find our way to the core. So once again, I got very lost and confused and couldn't figure out how to do this puzzle. But after walking around for maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour, I figured out you have to carry the flame to the ones that are not lit up, and then that will light them up, and the big flame in the middle will light up, and then you can take that blue flame in that pot to the door and get into the core. And that's what you're seeing right here. I feel like this bit is obvious. Like, it shows you all our blue flames, and it shows you the one blue flame that's not on. But the first bit, I promise you, it was not made obvious to me. It just showed me a bunch of pots not turned on, and I was like, I don't know how to turn those on. Anyway, I'm being defensive, but you know, it was hard. It was tricky. I couldn't figure out how to win this children's game. But eventually we did get into the core. And we were greeted with Fern coming back and giving us sass. Look at him. So after getting sassed and giving sass back, we had a little sass exchange, and then he fled like a coward.
Okay, well, have fun doing your hero thing.
After giving us this massive scary boss to fight, he was gone. Lost forever, potentially. But we did, in fact, take down this boss on the first try. There was lots of near misses and takedowns and health potions used. We got into his booty battery pack and took him down. One glorious victory later, and we leveled up and got some more experience points.
Next time you'll walk the plank.
Arr!
Oh, yeah!
Yay, BMO!
Wow, this is way worse than I thought. What's left of the fire will go out unless we can superheat the core and steam off all this water.
After that, we rowed the Jake back to our boat and set off on the ocean once again. This time heading deeper into the Fire Kingdom to see, I'm pretty sure, the Fire Princess's sister? But look at these cute little penguins. It was time to level up again, ready for any foes that we might face, because heck knows it is getting harder to defeat them. And I'm having to use ever so many more potions and like bonuses and things. But after that, we did get to do this cute little side scrolly thing with BMO, which was really, really cute. I enjoyed that a lot. And he had to get up to the top of the thing and break some stuff open so the rest of the gang could use Jake's power and get up there. Look, that giant rock was blocking the way. Now it is time. We're up. We're ready to rock and roll and find the girly pop that we need. I think her name is Torcho, which sounds like something from Disenchanted. We got into one fight with her security guards. And after a great many attacks, we took them down. And got on our way to ask for some fire from this lady so that we could keep the flame in the core alive.
Actually seemed pretty normal to us.
Yeah, we have to fight a bunch of guys to talk to most of the people we want to talk to.
And that doesn't send you any sort of message.
More sass from everybody we speak to. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe we're not the good guys. But we are. We're helping everybody. Which is, people need to stop getting in our way when we're trying to help. Anyway, eventually she agreed to help. But we had to get these yellow orb things to help her have the power to do it. And as we were collecting them, BMO just floated away on a rock. I don't know why. I don't know how. But he was gone. He went over the edge and he went whoop. Luckily, he just appeared over here afterwards. I guess he has magic teleporty powers now. Who knows? All I know is we needed to get out of here because it was getting hot and we needed to get out of the kitchen or to the kitchen to make sure that the core was fiery enough. You know what I mean. People are in trouble and we need to save the day. So we went back to the core to make sure that everybody was fine and that the core was back fiery, and we could be on our way and solve the next problem that needs solving.
Now you stand back! It's about to get hot in here.
Ah! It burns!
Next on the itinerary was to figure out who Fern was working with, why they melted the Ice Kingdom, and what they're up to. So we had to head back to the Ice Kingdom to see if there were any clues there. And when we got there, the Ice King had something he needed to tell us that he maybe should have told us a hot minute ago.
Big book? Hey, like the one that guy had.
Guy? What guy?
The guy who gave me back my crown the other day, of course. You see, Gunter likes to take my crown when I'm asleep and hide it. Oh, he is such a little...
For real, he couldn't have said that at the start. He couldn't have said there was a guy. He took my crown and then things got weird. So it turns out it was some dude that was related to Princess Bubblegum. And he turned up right on time, almost as if on cue. And of course, he had a villain monologue to share.
With the help of the Enchiridion, I used ancient science to melt the blue guy's kingdom. Only Princess Bubblegum has the scientific ability to create a disaster this huge. So we decided to make it look like one of her experiments went kaflooey. And with her framed for the flood, she would be forced to step down. And I would step in and take her place as ruler of the Candy Kingdom.
His plan was ruined by us and his very, very poor planning.
Hey, you guys should know better than to put me in charge of stuff.
What about all those people acting like pirates? Did you do that too?
No, man, that's just people being weird. There's a lot of weird people in Ooh.
All right, let's finish this.
This was it. The final boss fight. We fought long and hard and used lots and lots of power-ups and lots of health potions. We focused mostly our attention on the main guy, and that seemed to really, really work. Because when we defeated him, his two little backup dudes just passed out. They gave up.
Yeah, except Ooh is still flooded. It'll take forever for all this water to evaporate or whatever.
Maybe this will help. Look.
Is that a drain plug?
Yes, the old book says that. If we find it and pull it out, the water will go away.
With our victory hard won, we headed to the conveniently existing giant plug to drain all of the lands of all of the flooded water. But first we had to drop off the penguins. 3 out of 10. I don't have time for that. I don't know what I'm going to do with those little dudes, but I just wanted to get to the end of the story. I've been playing for literally like 6 or 7 hours. And with that, we finish the game and pull the plug. And all of the flooded water, far and wide, drained into this random little hole. And we won.
Up we go!
There. Good as new.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that the Ice Kingdom is good as new. No more melting. Oh, and that fern guy didn't catch me.
Did you catch him?
Nah, I don't know where he is. Not really my scene. I usually leave the heroing to you guys. Speaking of which, what happened to that gumdrop dude and his buddies?
Gumbald and the others are locked up in the Candy Kingdom dungeons for now, but we're going to have to make more permanent arrangements. With Fern still on the loose, I feel like we haven't seen the last of them.
Aww.
Hi, Finn. Hey, looking good. Green's really your color. Hey, what? Ow! That's gonna leave a bruise.
Hey guys, you ready to get out of there?
Indeed we are. Bubblegum, this is not over.
That's all I've got for you today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you're excited to see what the letter B has to bring for us. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!